Level 1. The boy who watched a city burn. You are 8 years old. The year is 1145. You are sitting on a rooftop in Tikrit, a dusty garrison town on the banks of the Tigris. Your father is a soldier. Your uncle is a soldier. Every man you have ever known is a soldier. But tonight, no one is fighting. Tonight, they are listening. A traveler has arrived from the west. He sits in the courtyard below, surrounded by men twice his age, and he is talking about Jerusalem. You don't fully understand what Jerusalem is yet. You know it is holy. You know it is far away. You know that 50 years ago, an army came from Europe and took it. They killed everyone inside. The streets ran with blood for 3 days. The traveler's voice drops when he says this. The men go quiet. You stay up there long after everyone has gone to sleep, staring west, too young to know what you're thinking about. Level 2. The education of a soldier. You are 14. Your father sends you to Aleppo to study under your uncle Shirkuh, military commander. Short, one-eyed, built like a stone wall. He doesn't believe in gentleness. Every morning before dawn, you ride. Every afternoon, you study. Quran, mathematics, Arabic poetry, military strategy. Your uncle throws maps in front of you and asks questions you can't answer. Where is the enemy weak? How do you feed an army in a desert? What do you do when your general dies mid-battle? You get them wrong for months. He doesn't comfort you. He asks again. Then one day the answers start coming. You can't explain why. You just notice you've stopped flinching at the questions. Courage is easy, you start to understand. Every soldier has it on a good day. What's actually hard is seeing the whole board while everyone else is staring at the square in front of them. Your uncle notices. He stops asking the easy questions. Level 3. The killing fields of Egypt. You are 26. You didn't choose this campaign. Your uncle ordered you to ride, and you rode. Egypt is in chaos. 2 men fighting for the throne. One called the Crusaders, one called your uncle. You are here because someone has to be. The Nile Delta in summer is nothing like the dry hills of Syria. Wet air, mosquitoes. Half your men are sick before the first battle. 3 campaigns, 2 years, blood in a country that was never yours. Then your uncle controls Egypt. Then, a few months later, your uncle is dead. Heart failure. The one-eyed stone wall just stops. The generals look around. They need someone the Egyptian court will accept, someone who can hold it. They look at you. You are 26. You came here as a soldier, and now you are something you don't have a title for yet. Egypt has the largest army in the region. Grain, gold, the Nile. You understand what that means. Level 4. The Unification. You are 32. Most rulers stop when they have something. They protect it. They go soft. The Crusader kingdoms sit along the Levant coast like a blade. Jerusalem at the center. Fortresses north and south. New soldiers arriving from Europe every year. France, England, Germany, hungry for land. Around them, the Muslim world is fractured. Syria and Egypt, Mosul and Damascus. Every emir watching his own border. You spend the next decade on this. Leverage, marriage alliances, and when necessary, war. You absorb Damascus. You bring Mosul in. You build a ring. It takes years of grain negotiations and border treaties that no one will ever write songs about. But when you're done, the Crusader states are surrounded, and the pieces around them are yours. Level 5. The enemy you cannot hate. You are 35. You fought the Crusaders a dozen times. You know their commanders. Which ones are brilliant, which ones are reckless. The king of Jerusalem is a teenager with leprosy. Your spies' reports are clear about where this is going. You cross the border with 26,000 men. He rides out to meet you. 375 knights. The charge hits your center at full speed. No hesitation. Straight into you. Your lines fold. Thousands of men scattered. You are on a racing camel. Dust in your teeth. The city behind you. You ride in silence. His sword arm was strapped to his shield because his fingers couldn't grip it. He knew that. He charged anyway. You don't forget it. Level 6. The waiting game. You are 38. The boy king is blind now, carried into the throne room. Rules from a bed. Everyone tells you to move. You don't. You watch the Crusader court break apart on its own. A French knight named Reynold is making enemies faster than he can count them. He thinks cruelty is strength. He's loud about it. You stockpile grain. You train. You study the fortresses. Which walls, which garrisons, which commanders panic. You wait for Reynold to do something stupid. Level 7. The gift. You are 39. Reynold attacks a Muslim merchant caravan during a formal truce, kills the guards, takes everything. You send a message to Jerusalem. Answer for this. The king strips Reynold of authority, humiliates him, does everything short of execution. Not enough. You both know it. You send back one word. Remember this. 8 months later, the boy king is dead. 24 years old, 11 years on the throne, held the whole thing together through blindness and fever and betrayal. You hear the news in Damascus. You sit with it. Then you start moving. Level 8. The Horns of Hattin. You are 40. The new king of Jerusalem is Reynold's man. The wrong person is on the throne, which is exactly what the dead boy king spent his entire reign trying to prevent. You march with 30,000 men. The Crusader army has to come out. You've taken a fortress on the Sea of Galilee. They can't let it go. The route to reach you crosses a dry plateau. No water. July. You light the grass on fire upwind of their march. Smoke. Heat from above and below. Full armor. Horses dying. By the time they reach Hattin, it's already over. One afternoon, nearly the entire Crusader leadership captured. King Guy, the Grand Master of the Templars, dozens of knights, and Reynold. You hand King Guy a cup of iced water. He passes it to Reynold. You stop him. I did not give him water. You draw your sword. Level 9. The Gates. You are 40. It is October 1187. You are outside Jerusalem. The Crusaders have held it for 88 years. 2 generations of Muslim children grew up knowing it was gone. The garrison wants terms. You don't need to negotiate. You could take the walls in 3 days. You know what happened the last time someone took this city by force. You negotiate. Safe passage for every Christian who can pay a ransom. Those who can't, you cover them from your own treasury. Your generals don't say it out loud, but they are thinking it. On October 2nd, you ride through the gates. No killing. The Church of the Holy Sepulchre stays open. Pilgrims can still come. You take down the cross from the Dome of the Rock. Word reaches Cairo. A week of celebrations. It reaches Baghdad. The Caliph weeps. Level 10. The price of everything. You are 55. Jerusalem has been yours for 15 years. You spent the time after taking it defending it. 3 more crusades, Richard the Lionheart with all of England behind him. You fought him to a standstill, negotiated a peace. Your treasury is empty. You gave everything, to soldiers, to ransoms, to rebuilding. When your advisors count the coins, there isn't enough for a proper burial. The fever is finishing what the campaign started. You lie in your palace in Damascus. Outside the city is alive. Markets at dawn, prayers from the minarets, children. You think about the rooftop in Tikrit, your uncle's maps, a dying boy with his arm strapped to his shield. October 2nd, 1187. The gates open and nothing burns. On March 4th, 1193, the fever takes you. Your family finds the treasury empty. The streets are full of people who are weeping.